our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Hey, welcome everybody. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. I'm coming to you each week just to enlighten our lives a little bit with words from spirit, words of wisdom. I don't know, words that come from wherever, but that's what we're doing today. I just want to go into the Facebook. I do apologize right off the bat. I do stream this to multiple different areas. So I don't always see the comments, and I apologize for that. After I get off, I go back and I go, oh my gosh, I didn't even see all this, and now I just feel so bad. But that's what's happening. That's what's happening. So what I'm going to try to do today is I'm going to try to kind of go back and forth a little bit here and there and everywhere. It's really bright in front of me. It's really bright behind me. It doesn't seem to matter what I do. I don't know. Maybe if I did, that's not going to help. Nothing's going to help today. Maybe if I make it a little brighter on this side. Oh God, that's really bright. Anyway, I guess it's just going to be what it's going to be. We're just going to kind of make this happen. I'm sorry, I don't have myself all kicked back and comfy like I normally try to do before we even get started. But I did not do that. I did not. Good morning, Tim. Good morning. I also tagged you, Tim, in the Facebook one, so I'm glad you found me on the opposite. Guys, you like my sweatshirt? The Antisocial Club. Good morning, Lee. I wear this not because of the brand, but because it is so comfortable and so warm, and it just moves with you, and I love it. I think every sweatshirt should be like this. The only thing that's missing is thumb holes. That's okay. So this week we are coming to you with our 5-card stud at the end of the day. It is Practical Tarot by Lisa Kessler. I love that. I'm so excited about this. It is Beyond Words is the publisher. I will tell you right now, it is tarot. So this is an art form. Good morning, Keith. Tarot is an art form. I won't even lie to you. Oracle cards are simple. Oracle cards are just jump in and kind of go with it. You know what I mean? Tarot, it's an art form, and people don't realize that there is a lot that goes into tarot. Yeah, they do send a book with it, but every card means something completely different, and that card will mean something different when it's placed by something else within in the aspect, and then depending on the multiple different spreads, it can also mean something with it. It always means something astrologically. So trust me when I tell you, if you're going to do tarot, this is an art form, but it's a well worth art form to really get into. Good morning. Oh, you stay warm too, Keith, because I know over on your side of the world, it's cold. So we're going to get into this. Hopefully we don't have to use the book, but if we have to, we have to. Let's see. I love it. They come in little packages. And Beyond Words always sends me a little bit about the author. So I want to talk a little bit about Miss Lisa Kessler. There's an image of her. Yes, we're going to get into our discussion today, but I just want to talk. I feel drawn to talk about this deck a little bit. It says the author of the Practical Tarot deck and the Practical Tarot method, learning the tarot, read tarot cards. There you go. There's a teacher for you. Intuitively and has professionally tarot card reader for nearly 20 years, reading for clients all over the world. She's a passionate teacher of the tarot and has taught her practical tarot courses in the United States as well as online in the international audiences. Her Tarot for Writers course has been presented at writers conferences and groups around the country to help creatives connect with their intuition through tarot cards. She also posts free weekly tarot readings in her YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. So there you go. That's a little bit about her. We're going to, again, bring on those cards a little bit later this morning. already started to lose my voice, and we haven't even started today. So there's the bookmark. Oh, there's nothing there to read today. Nothing. Look at gorgeous image. Little, very little. Oh my God, Spirit's going to have to work overtime today. It says, glorify what you are today, yet do not condemn what you were yesterday, nor preclude what you could become tomorrow. Let's read that again. Glorify what you are today, yet do not condemn what you were yesterday, nor preclude what you could become tomorrow. And that seems so simple, but I will tell you what, this is probably one of the hardest lessons you will ever learn. It really will. Why? Because we tend to sit in a space of condemning ourselves, criticizing ourselves, looking bad upon ourselves. Okay. And it's not about where we're sitting today. It's always about what we've already done. We're always in there. Our ego. And guys, I can never preach enough about getting rid of your ego. Our ego, which is really the accumulation of beliefs about a piece of people, places, things, ourselves, or whatever, really plays overtime to tell us that we are doing things wrong, that we are horrible people, that we are criticizing ourselves on a regular basis. And it's always about what we've done, not who we are today. Because I will tell you, everything you've ever done, right, wrong, or indifferent, has led up to this exact moment in time of who you are. Does that mean you've learned from mistakes? No. Does it mean you're going to learn from those mistakes tomorrow? No. Does it mean you're going to be this great person tomorrow? No. Because you know what? You're not supposed to divide who you're going to be tomorrow anyway, or who you're going to, to state the words, simply state the words, I'm sorry for what I've done and I'll try to do better. I'm sorry. I don't look at that as a positive statement. I just don't. I don't look at those words as positive, because what is better? Who has the stick out there to say that this is better than that is better than this? Nobody does. Nobody has that rule of thumb to say who is better and who is not better. I mean, I wish there was a rule to go by. I really do. But there's not. And when I talk about this, guys, I'm drawn to, God, sorry, my nose is just having havoc on me. I'm drawn to an amazing book, and it's The Life of Billy Fingers. Oh my God. I'm saying it's an amazing book, and I always mess up the name of this book. I want to make sure I get it correctly. Yes, the afterlife of Billy Fingers. The afterlife of Billy Fingers. And this book was written by Annie Kagan. Annie Kagan. Okay. And I am going to do a plug on this book. I'm going to bring up the picture of it so that you can see. Hopefully I can make this picture big enough for you to see it. Okay. Phenomenal book. This book, and I would suggest everybody going out and purchasing this book. It's an extremely easy read. In the beginning of this book, the front cover just says, Billy is your perfect guide. And that is literally by James on Prague. The Afterlife of Billy Fingers, How My Bad Boy Brother Proved to Me There's Life After Death. And the forward is by Dr. Raymond Moody. And if you don't know who these two people are, Raymond Moody or James on Prague, we need to go out and do some research. We really need to go out and do some research. Now, this book is incredible. It's been forever ago that I've read it. I will tell you what, I've suggested it to countless people. So many people, I should probably get royalties off the purchase of this book, because that's how many times I've suggested. I mess up the name every time, but and I Google it every time. But this book is really the beautiful guide as to who we should or should not be in this lifetime. Why? This book, and we're going to just talk about this and the story a little bit, just for you to kind of maybe go out and buy the book and have a little bit of a lesson on yourself. But Billy was truly the bad boy. Billy truly was that drug addict, the partier, the womanizer. You paint the picture. The family didn't know probably any given day if they were ever going to get a call if he was alive or dead. And that came with a lot of judgment. like we all do. And I hate to say it, so many of us judge that bad boy or bad girl, or we judge other people based on their life. And we can never figure out why they can't figure this out and learn not to be who they are. But Billy lived his life that way. Billy lived his life for himself. He didn't look at how other people seen him. He just lived the best life that he knew for himself in the way that he wanted to live it. Now, when he died, it didn't come to a surprise. Nobody was surprised by this man's death. Nobody was shocked that he had passed away, because really they were judging him on his life. The biggest thing they had was, did he go to heaven or hell? Where did his afterlife end up at? Now, in the book, it's a true story, by the way. This isn't a made-up story. This is a true story. Now, his sister was not somebody in the spiritual community. His sister was not somebody that went out and do voodoo spells or woo-woo spells or anything like that. She had nothing to do with this community. And it probably would have confused the heck out of her, or she probably would have put a big cross up, like, oh, keep away from me type of thing. And it's just my read on it. Not that, that's what she would have done. But she wasn't a person that really gave into all of this world. So when her brother started coming to her from the afterlife, it had to have been one heck of a shock for her. It had to just be mind-blowing to her that, oh my God, my dead brother is coming to me and I can hear him. But through this began a journey of her learning. And it always blows me away, because one aspect, he talks about where he's at on the other side. And then he's basically floating. That he is one with everything. And he's at peace and he's floating. And she'd asked if everybody in the afterlife was like that. And he said, no. And she said, well, are you lost? And he says, no, I'm not lost. The life he lived here on earth provided so many lessons for him, so much closure, so much soul growth. And how often do I talk about soul growth? All the time. But his life of being a bad boy, of partying and sleeping around and doing everything he did, really, really added to his soul growth. It turns out that, yes, by living, breathing human standards, oh my God, he was should be condemned and maybe imprisoned by some people's standards. But by his soul, he grew. And he grew a lot. And he didn't grow on what you should or should not do, because I know our minds want to run to, oh my God, he learned he should not have done all that stuff. No, not at all. That's not what it's about. His soul grew and learned based on what he did and the experiences he had. And if he had not lived the life he did, he would not have had the experiences to really level up his soul on the other side. Now, am I saying for everybody to go out and become a walking alcoholic or into, drugs? Gosh, no, that's not what I'm saying. Oh my God, gosh, this allergy season is horrible. It's got my eyes itching all the time. That is not what I'm stating. What I am stating is the things that you think have been mistakes, the things in life that you go, oh my gosh, I want to condemn myself for, are not mistakes. They're not. It is all part that your soul is literally taking notes. Your soul's doing check marks, check, check, check. That because it's done it experienced it, it knows. Things you did yesterday have taught your soul so much and have naturally changed your decisions on what you will learn and experience today. So how can anything you did yesterday be wrong? Literally, how can anything you did yesterday, last week, last month, last year, in your childhood growing up, how can any of that be wrong? How can one bit of it state that you should or shouldn't have done something? Because I will tell you, if you should not have done it and you had not done it, you would not be making the decisions you are today. You would not be the person you are today. You would not have the growth you have today, and you would not be expanding yourself. And that's probably the biggest thing, is the expansion. Can you guys see the little orbs flying around? And trust me, it's not dust. I keep looking. I have the lights in my face. I get it, but it's going upwards, guys. Both of them have gone up. One went up in a slant, one went up this way. So hopefully you guys can see those. But when we look back at these things, everything you're doing is helping you to evolve. It's helping you to get to know yourself a little bit better. It's not helping you out of confusion, because there's always going to be another level of confusion. I want you to look at this in a different light. And wow, they're giving me, I taught this weekend, and I have an image in my lessons of a person that I know, that I have them read. And they don't know who this person is. And I'm not going to enlighten who the person is, because the world does not need to know. And for the first time, this person is usually really hard to read. And that's the reason why I put the picture up there. And they have passed away. But they're usually really hard to read. And they don't usually get a whole lot. And I was blown away, because this person yesterday, one of my students yesterday, got so much off this picture. And literally what they stated was, every day was the same for this person. They didn't go out of their bubble. And I went, okay. And they got up at the same time every day. Yes, he did. And he had the same routine when he woke up. He didn't alter from it. I said, no, he did not. And he went to work every morning. I said, and he did. And she goes, and he literally spent the same amount of hours with the same people. And I said, yes, he did. And that didn't change, because he worked in factory. And she said he got home. He quit at the same time every day. He got home at the same time. He went and had dinners at the same places. He went to bed at the same time. And she said, I could feel a female there. But even during the time that the female was there, it didn't change. It was the same thing. She ended up going with his way of life. And I said, it's true. And she said, and that female ended up leaving because it was boring for her. And I said, and that's also true. And she said, and every weekend I can see him doing the exact same thing on Saturday and the exact same thing on Sunday. And I said, yes. He never veered from his routine. His routine worked for him. It worked for him in an everyday life, human experience. It worked for him. And she said it was so sad, because she had connected with him a little bit. And I was like, whoa, he's coming in. And he said that his life, although it mattered, because it mattered to everybody else, because his existence helped other people that he touched, myself included. But for his own soul, he didn't experience much. He didn't get much growth, because he never pushed himself out to learn more. He had the same judgments from when I was very young until I was very old or older. Those, I can never remember any of those ever changing. Why? Because he never experienced anything else to change his way of thought. Again, he worked with the same people all the time. He experienced the same people all the time. It never changed. They never changed, so he never changed. And that is what happens to a lot of people. When we do the same thing all the time, we don't give a lot of space for growth. We don't give a lot of space for our souls to be challenged, to understand things. And when we do have those oopses, those what we consider mess ups, that's what our soul eats upon, grows upon. It goes, yes, Even your everyday mind mentality of the physical body grows on that. It changes its understanding. And people don't realize that. People will look at themselves in 10 years and go, gosh, I'm not the same person I used to be. Well, why aren't you? It's because you had life. But if you looked back on your life and you started to condemn yourself for some of those things, you're not going to be the same person today, and you're definitely not going to be your same person tomorrow. Why? Because when you condemn yourself for stuff, you start to think, oh my God, I've got to change. I literally will start to change my mind based on a judgment of myself, which is going to force me into somebody I'm not. Am I a person that talks too much? Oh God, yeah, I talk. Matter of fact, I've got 2 speeds: complete silence or utter 100 miles an hour fast forward. That's my 2 speeds. There's nothing in between. Do I talk with my hands? Oh, yes. These things are usually waving. Do I state things at times that I go, ooh? Yeah, I do. And I always have to afterwards take the out of my thought process, because just because I stated something that was not appropriate or maybe immature based on other people's viewpoint doesn't mean it was immature or wrong from my viewpoint. And we have to sometimes, all the time, realize that when you sit in a place of going, about yourself, you have to stop and say to yourself, that's me. I accept me for who I am. I accept myself for all the things I've done. I wouldn't change any of it. And I accept myself for all the things I am today. I'm not going to change them because it's who I am. It's who I am. And I simply love me. And it's going to help to create whoever that person's going to be tomorrow. And I am not going to project who I'm going to be tomorrow. And it's not because it hasn't come yet. It's just because I have no clue who that person's going to be. I have no clue. I just know that when this time here is done, I'm going to have the most growth for my soul that I possibly can put in one lifetime. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to go out and party and drink. Been there, done that. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to jump off a cliff, because I've been there and done that. It doesn't mean I'm not going to dance until the sun comes up, because I've been there and done that. It means that I have no clue what I'm going to do today, but I'm going to enjoy it to the fullest. And the only thing I'm going to do today to control is my thoughts, to realize there is always a larger picture, one that I am not privy of, that I don't get to see until I get to the other side. And I'm going to pray that by the end of this lifetime, I have been the best I could be for myself. That's it. So, again, don't glorify who you are today, because you're just you. Don't condemn who you used to be. Please don't project who you're going to be tomorrow. That would all make life very boring. This has been DeEtte here on School with Your Spirit. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud. We'll see you in a few.
Do you or someone in your family suffer from nightmares? Is your home cluttered and you can't seem to clear it out? Your home or office may have low vibrational energy, and it could be impacting you and your family. Using the ancient techniques of dowsing, Master Dowser Annette Regalo can raise the vibration of your home or office by identifying and curing stress lines and negative vortexes that may be creating disharmony in your home or office. Annette has over 20 years of dowsing experience and is passionate about creating high vibrational spaces for others to live and work. Contact Annette today at 612-394-3736 or Annette Regalo.
Attention curious practitioners in the realm of transformative experiences, holistic wellness, intuitive guidance, and metaphysical arts. Are you ready to expand your horizons and take your practice to new heights? Join the Edge Partner Directory, where your expertise can shine and your services can transform lives. We are dedicated to creating a community of practitioners who are as curious and passionate as you are about guiding others on their journeys of self-discovery, healing, and growth. As a member of the Edge Partner Directory, you will connect with a network of like-minded practitioners who share your curiosity and passion for exploring the depths of human potential, and showcase your unique offerings to a diverse audience of seekers actively looking for transformative experiences here, there, and everywhere. Embrace your curiosity and take the next step in your practice's journey to becoming an Edge Partner. Learn more at edgedirectory.net. Again, go to edgedirectory.net.
Hey everybody, welcome back here to School Through Spirit with DeEtte here on the Edge Network. Before we get into our cards, I just had to show you something. A dear friend of mine came and stayed the weekend with me. Yes, I taught, but yes, she came. She brought me gifts. Look at these. They're socks. They're socks. They're raven socks. Look at them. Look at them gorgeous ravens. Oh my God, I'm going to have messages on my feet. She also brought me this. You see it? It's beautiful. You know what's really special about this? Yes, it's a raven. Yes, it's a hair clip. But it's this piece right here. It's the X of home. X of home. I wear this right here. Okay. No, you can't see it. This is shungite. I don't know if you can see. Is it there? Is it on the other side? Oh, it's on the other side. So I wear this, and yes, there's a chip in there, but I wear this. This is my protection. This is what I choose for my protection. Miss Patty Negree, after I had a run-in with some not so happy spirits a year and a half ago, suggested this to me. So I ran out to Amazon and I got it. I got it on shungite. So I love, love, love this. So I have got protected messages coming to me now, and I love it. I mean, I always have, but this just... it encompasses all of me, and I love this. So I want to do a huge shout out. You know who you are. I love you dearly. So there's that. Love it. Love it. I wanted to share that. I don't know why. I just had to. Thank you. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna switch over to Facebook just to see if anybody's commented. Not that I see. I will find those comments later because that's what happens. But I'm trying to be more diligent today. So let's open up our cards. Again, this is the Practical Tarot by Lisa Kessler. Beyond Words is our publisher for today. I will tell you what, I love Beyond Words because they send me presents. They send me presents. I get cards. I love cards. I won't even tell you, I love cards. And then I love to take these cards because I know everybody goes, oh my God, DeEtte, you have so many cards. What do you do with all those? Because I have people out there, friends out there, people out there, you know, other people out there that have made cards that want me to highlight their cards, publishers that send me cards. And I highlight them. So these cards, I open them once. That's it. I open them. I talk about them. We do a reading with them. I put them back in this box. And then I put them in a much bigger box out there. And then when I go to events that go, hey, DeEtte, do you have anything you can donate towards our auction for this cause? Guess what I do? I go into my boxes and I pull out and I literally go, Spirit, what box, what, you know, I go to the store and I buy boxes from like Hobby Lobby and places of that nature. Nice decorative boxes. And I go, which box and how many and which ones? And literally me and Spirit just start pulling out cards to fill the box. And then I take those cards to the event and I hand them to somebody and they put a little sign that says from School Through Spirit with DeEtte, this is being raffled off and you can buy raffle tickets to it for whatever cause that is we're making money for. When I was at Days of the Dead, I took my I literally went out, thought we need a new box, even though I got lots of boxes. I took my grandson to Hobby Lobby and I said, we need a box for cards just to give away, not even like buy a raffle ticket. I just wanted to give a box of cards away. And he said, okay, Nani. And he didn't get the biggest one, but he got the second biggest treasure chest shaped box. And I swear the box was, I mean, it was like this big. It was like, it was rounded top. It was a big box. And I must have put about 12, maybe 14 sets of cards in it, all different shapes and sizes. I put the two books by Russell Accord from Bigfoot or Expedition Bigfoot. His 2 books, they've signed copies. Kelly Wagner from the Edge Network put some stuff in there, and she put in a free half-an-hour reading into this box. And this box literally was so jam-packed we could barely shut the lid on it. And the lady who won it cried. Just cried. I mean, like, cried. And I wasn't even there when she came to get it because I had to be on stage. So somebody else, I asked somebody else to watch, to give it to her when she showed up. And he said she just showed up with tears and she was crying. She was so grateful to get the box. And you could tell because I had shut the box and clipped the box, and you could tell they opened up, and because I had seen the box afterwards and they couldn't even get the top back on it. So it was super cool. I was so happy. So if anybody wonders what I do I keep some? I do, because they're just super special. Does my granddaughter claim a few? She does. Have people out there claimed a few? Yes, I have. And I find a way to get them to them. So trust me, guys, when I say I'm not hoarding cards, I do have a hoard of cards, but I do try to find a way to have these help other people in some way. So there's that. So let's get into this and my speech. So yeah, guys, if you guys have those things that you are going, hey, we're trying to raise some money, get a hold of me. And I am more than happy to send you some cards from School Through Spirit to raffle off. Oh gosh, getting into some of these are hard. And it's only because of my hand. Oh, this being a bigger deck, the seal on it. Oh, there we go. Got in. Inside, beautiful purple color. I do like the color purple. It's a nice book. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at that imagery. Gorgeous imagery. Oh, it does break it down. Oh, I like this. It is the 9 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles. She is using pentacles. She's using cups. She is using swords and wands. She is using the star, the temperance, death, justice, the hermit. So she has set this up like a traditional Waite Rider tarot deck. I love that because a lot of times people will make a tarot deck and then they flip it around and it makes it hard for me to use. So super excited about that. I love the inside of this. It's got a nice little hole in there to hold those cards in it. I do like it. My voice feels very loud today. Maybe I don't need to scream at you guys, do I? I don't need to scream at you guys. So what I'm going to do is just shuffle for a hot minute here. As we talk about 5-card stud, I will use her book for interpretation. Just so that to see if she's doing the same interpretation that I know of with the tarot cards, and go from there, just as you know, because it looks like a really good guidebook. Oh, throwing cards everywhere. Apparently that one needs to come out. It does have in the beginning, it does have the index, which I like, making of the tarot deck, which I love, the intention, working with the practical tarot deck, how to work with it. She does have a few spreads in there, which is kind of nice. I love that. So I like this book. One card is already flipped out. So guys, how we play 5-card stud is this. What we are doing is, you're picking a number. I'm going to pull 5 different cards. Through this, we literally play by 5-card stud. How we play this is 1 through 5. You can pick a number 1, 2. You can pick any of the numbers. You can pick some of the numbers. You can pick all the numbers. You can wait until I put all of it together in a full reading if you'd like. totally up to you. You can have up to 6 readings with this as we go. I feel drawn to actually, as I'm shuffling, pick the cards. And I think it's because this is going to be like, I think it's a 78 card deck is what I think a tarot deck is. Ugh, don't quote me on it. I think it's 78 cards. Anyway, there's always a lot in a traditional deck. There's the next card. And so far we got all major arcana, which is weird. Anyway, so there's a lot of cards. And if I sat there and tried, to shuffle and then do it, I'd be shuffling for days here. I would be shuffling for days because again, this deck is not all mixed up. It's not all mixed up. It doesn't come mixed up. They come very much in their suits. So we are shuffling, and it's funny because I've got nothing but major arcana so far, even with doing it this way, which has been, oh my God. Well, there we go. We got our cards, guys. We got 4 major arcana, one minor arcana card. Oh my God. This means it's powerful this week, guys. This was powerful. So card number 1 is the Lover card. Look at that imagery, by the way. Look at that imagery. I love that. It's the Lover's card. So what I'm going to do is, honestly, I'm going to look at her interpretation just to see if it's the same as the interpretations I know. It says, I love this. So it's Lovers it's about making conscious choices to partner with someone for common cause. Okay. Lovers, it doesn't necessarily mean as a romantic partnership. So when we're looking at the Lovers cards, it's telling me to tell you, where is partnership in your life? Is it one that's suitable for you? Where can you partner with somebody? Okay. That's really what it is at the end of the day. Where can you partner with somebody? Where can you? So often we tried to go as if we are just on our own through life. We're there's soul people, but really we're people that we are joining with others to make ourselves a little bit brighter, a little bit, just kind of be able to go a little further in life. And this card number 1 is telling you to look at your life and where would you benefit with a partnership? This does not mean, again, the intimacy, but just in general, where would you benefit from partnership? Is this in your working life? Is this in your dating life? Is this in your home life? Is this parenting? There is something within your life that you have been doing solely on your own, and it's saying you need to look at this. Maybe you need to have 2 or more people to partner up to help this either get off the ground or get it going or get it to go further. So that's card number 1. Card number 2 was the Strength card. Look at that. All them kitties. How do you feel about your inner line and bolster your determination? Sometimes spend time with people who empower you. Do activities that fire you up and make you feel strong. This card is telling me that literally within your life right now, you're not feeling like you have all the strength. That you have everything that it's going to take and make it through the day, through the week, through this project. And it's stating to me that you need to find that inner strength. It's inside of you. This is not something you're going to go outside of you and go, where's this at? You're going to have to go within. Find that strength, to get a determination to complete or get off the ground, let alone complete what needs to be done. But again, this is something within yourself. You're feeling distraught. You're feeling like you can't do this. You're feeling like you want to give up. And this card, if you pick card number 2, is saying, no, you need to go within. You need to find that inner determination. You need to be able to find that way to push forward, push through, and keep it going. Okay. Card number 3 is the Sun card. Oh my gosh, I'm doing this page by page apparently. So, I love this card. Okay. This card is really about joy, inspiration, luck, success are yours. They are yours. That's what this card's about. Success is yours. Joy is yours. Happiness is yours. All that is good is yours. Okay. You have been looking at life like life is maybe feeling down, feeling like something is out to get you, feeling like maybe somebody put a spell on you or your life. Something in your life has been telling you, you know what, I'm not deserving of this. I'm not deserving of that. Whatever this might be. Believe it or not, guys, I did do my hair today, just so you know. But this card is a reminder to tell you to look at yourself and to say, you are to have joy. It is yours. It is yours for the taking. You are successful in your own right. You need to reach out and grab this. Okay. Card number 3 is the Fool card. And I love the Fool card because it is all about, just taking those steps without watching, without care, that type of a thing. And the funny thing is they depict it with a fairy. They did it with a fairy. I love that. Fool is all about, it's telling you to take a leap of faith. That's what the Fool card is. Because in the Fool card, you always see him jumping over something that's really bigger than what he probably should be jumping over. And I like how they did put the fairy wings on this because it just gives it extra added health. But if you pick card number 4, you need to take a leap of faith. It is time for you to just jump into it and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this happen. I don't know how. This is crazy. This is preposterous, but we're just going to do it. Okay. Trust that it's going to work. Trust that it's going to happen. So that's card number 4. Now, the last card, card number 5, is the 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles, which normally is all about balance, which is almost always all about balance, balancing out yourself, balancing out your life. I want to make sure that's what she's looking at. And it is can you better your priorities right now? How better can you balance your priorities? Are you allowing your intuition to guide you? So balancing this, if you look at this, she's got 1 pentacle on the other side. Now, pentacles usually is about money. It's about financial. It's about that aspect. So, or a monetary aspect, something that brings value. Okay. So when I'm looking at this, where's your balance at in this? You've been a little bit off lately. Maybe you've been spending too much. Maybe you haven't been spending enough, whatever this is, but you haven't been finding an equal balance. Now, a lot of people go, well, how do I make more money? How do I make this happen? Especially during this Christmas season. What you put out is what you're going to get back. That's what it's about. What you put out is what you're going to get back. And when I state this, it is you have to have that thought process. Also, you have to have a balance within yourself to know that when you're giving that out, the universe wants to balance it back to you in some fashion. So card number 5 is really about you finding balance within yourself, within your life, within your financial, within everything. So card number 1 was the Lover's card. Card number 2 is Strength. Card number 3 was the Sun. Card number 4 was the Fool. And card number 5 was 2 of Pentacles, which is about balance. Now, when I'm looking at this card, this week, oh my gosh, this week, you know what? You have some doubts. You have some doubts. You have some things on the table you would like to do, but you're really having some doubts within this. And when we're looking at this week, number 1, realize within that you are going to be successful. It's within you to be successful. This is within you to be successful. But you have to come within. You have to come within and go to yourself. How can I make this successful? How can I find the determination, the strength to kind of push through this and make this happen? Are you going to do this one on your own? No, this one's not coming all by your soul of your seats of your pants. This one is coming in partnership. This one is coming with more than one. Okay. So don't be surprised if somebody walks into your life that is just perfect for you to partner up with to make something happen. Now, this may be just that they're partnering with the idea. They may be partnering with the financial. They may be partnering with the actual action of making it happen. Who knows? But there's going to be somebody there that's going to help you get through this. Trust, as long as you keep that balance, everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be great. So take a leap. See that you can do this. And strive to push forward. That's what this week reading is about. This has been Practical Tarot. I love this deck. Just so you know, I love the fresh imagery. I love how she keeps it simple. Even when you look down the book, it's a simple. It's nice. Does she give the more lengthy? Yes, but she gives a simple right there. That's how I was able to look down and go, yep, it's exactly what I know that. Yeah, I read tarot card, guys. But I wanted to look down and say, yep, it's exactly what it says it is. So there you go. Just as beautiful, just as amazing. I love this. I love that. Look at 8 of Pentacles. Look at that imagery. That's awesome. Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this week. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it brought some understanding, some something to the plate for you to look at, to just help you be the best version of you today. We'll see you next week, guys, here on School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. See you next Monday. Bye-bye, guys.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.